had this plan of what I was going to do, specifically move to San Francisco and teach yoga full time again because I have jobs lined up there, and it's not working. Like, I've never in my life not been able to find like a perfect apartment in a week. Like, it's really weird. And I'm realizing, okay, I probably am pushing in the wrong direction. And my question is, I just became aware of how I'm probably being closed-minded. And I have no idea where else to look in terms of how to actualize what I desire. It's like, how have you found you can open your mind to knowing what you don't know? You might be following. I kind of feel like I'm at this impasse, and it's the first time. Like, I can surrender and be patient, but I have energy to do something.
All right, cool. So let's see. I think your actual question was like, how do I open my mind to the unknown?
Yeah, how do I open my mind to experiencing what's ahead if I haven't seen it before, but am willing to, or I think I'm willing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we have this internal thermostat, sort of barometer, some sort of measurement device that is, sometimes it doesn't make sense. And I think our mind is a beautiful, maybe you've heard this before, it's like a beautiful slave, but an awful master. Mm-hmm. So I think there is something more powerful that we're comprised of beyond our brain or our mind. And even the difference between the brain and mind is a pretty fascinating topic, but to stick to how I think, to answer your question personally, I think the way I open my mind or move beyond what's logical or move beyond what's like kind of accept a new path that I have no idea why I'm doing it or what's like, how do I guess it's an internal peace. Like it's a feeling in my body, a feeling in the way I would describe it is like a feeling in my bones. It's me aiming towards like living fully out and being at peace with it, and a lot of times my mind doesn't know how to make sense of that. Even like recently, I think the more successful my book has been, I've almost been feeling a sense of guilt. And so to make it more personal for me, it's like, well, what is this feeling? I'm calling it guilt, but what is this feeling? And what am I supposed to do to feel at more peace with this feeling? Because right when I start naming it guilt, all of a sudden it becomes a mental thing. And I'm like, well, no, let's don't make it so mental. Like, what can I do to alleviate what I maybe call like a pain or the uncomfortability of it? And how can I make it fun comfortable? And it's funny, I don't know, since it's not really a mental thing, I don't know how to describe it, but I start experimenting with new things that make me feel at peace with what I might be calling guilt, or what someone else might call depression, or what someone else might call shame, or what someone else might call fear. Like the issue with naming it, our feelings in our body, something like that, it's all of a sudden becomes an identity, and someone can become a victim to such a powerful word such as guilt. So whatever I'm calling guilt in my body, what do I do to make it feel better? And it seems like living a healthy lifestyle, for one thing, really helps. So like sleeping deep, like doing what's most important to me. What's most important to me in a lot of ways is like making sure I'm loving my family and my friends as much as I possibly can, showing up for my commitments, like these 111 quantum consultations. That is something I committed to the world. And showing up for them, like right now, I'm showing up and trusting this is the most valuable thing that I can do for me, for you, and for the whole world. And it doesn't make sense. Like, who would have ever thought of this thing, like a 11-minute quantum consultations? I'm like, what even is that? I've never even heard of such a thing, but here I am doing it, and it seems to, whatever negative or painful or uncomfortable things that I'm feeling with me, it seems to alleviate that, and it seems to bring in more goodness into my life. And it's not that logical in a lot of ways. Now, if we're gonna make it more personal about you, I could kind of break down what you were saying. Like, why do you want to work full-time doing yoga in San Francisco? What is the purpose of that?
I want to be more visible and to stop hiding and to start teaching again. And that seemed in my mind to be the quickest route. And things were flowing until like 2 weeks ago, and the well just dried up. So I felt it was heart-based, but it could have been more head-based than heart-based. And I'm kind of at ground zero, but maybe, like, I appreciate what you're sharing.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about like the head versus heart idea, and maybe you've heard me talk about this in Montana, it still seems so eerily close to heaven or hell, or like wrong or right.
Like demonizing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a really dualistic perspective of art. Like all of a sudden, are we a head and a heart? Like what about the million other parts of us? And what about like all those parts as one? So instead of being head or heart based, I'm curious what's more like balance based. Like how is your head and heart and every part of you in harmony? And what I am hearing, what seems very more of a holistic idea from my perspective is like you want to fully show up and fully be seen and be in your power. And in the past, the way you maybe have felt the most like that is when you were teaching yoga consistently in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it seems as if you're wanting to reconstruct what worked in the past, but maybe that's not, maybe God or you're divinely being led to something new rather than what worked in the past. And is this at all financially based? Are you doing this because, I mean, teaching yoga, you get paid to do that. You would get, if you're doing it full time, you would get.
I feel like I want to have, if it's just part time, like I don't just want to be serving for fun. Like I have money in the bank, so I'm not totally thinking like I need a job, but I want to be in a platform where I'm receiving financial value for what I'm sharing.
Awesome. Well, first of all, right there, that's like out of all this, I just think you saying that out loud where someone else can hear it and maybe yourself can hear it. I'm not sure if you've said that before, so
yeah, it feels powerful.
So confidently, it's like I want to be compensated financially for me giving my gifts, and then the next step above that would be like beyond wanting it, because that's the crazy part about like when someone wants something or desires something. Sometimes it puts I think it automatically puts a distance, like crazy enough. When you're getting esoteric about it, it's like, oh goodness, I know. I wish it was this easy to desire something that you would get it, but once you desire it, that means you're kind of admitting you don't have it or it's not happening.
So like, I already have it. Like
yeah, like what can you do right now today to be compensated financially for you giving your gift? What is that you can do today, regardless of a location or even a position? Like maybe it's not yoga, maybe it's something else. What do you deserve? What do you deserve money for? And man, that happened fast. I think this is an important topic for me too. It's 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So to wrap this up for now, what I would say is like, maybe you deserve money for doing nothing.
Yeah, I've gotten that before.
Yeah, I think so many people. To me, that's like sometimes the ultimate step of courage. And I think there's a lot of resistance to that. But when someone's in resistance to receiving, it's like they're probably in resistance to giving too. So like maybe you right now in this time and space, you deserve money for exploring what you might want to earn money for. So maybe it's time for a scholarship or a grant or just a gift. And can you receive, like could you receive money if someone came up to your door today and said, can I give you $10,000 or $15,000 this month so you don't work at all? I don't want you to work at all. I want to just give you this $15,000 and you can explore what's maybe most fun and fulfilling for you to do, but please don't do anything for money in the meantime. Would you be able to receive that?
I believe I can. So getting paid for my patience and my joy.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
yeah. So there you go, man. 11 minutes and 45 seconds. These things are crazy. They're crazy.
No, it was great. We were definitely exploring for a while, but I think that honed in on doing what I want to do right now and not allowing limitations or locations to be in next month I'll do this and put it in other people's hands.
Yeah, maybe you deserve $15,000 today for meditating.
Yeah. For traveling,
whatever it is that we want to do. Why not why don't you deserve money for doing exactly what you want to do?
I have no I have no reason.
I think
so.
you do. I think we all do. So I do think when someone really feels that in their bones or their body, like I was saying, that holistic embodiment of that, then it happens. It shows up in fun ways. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan.